guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching Farscape. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching episode 3 of season 3 of Farscape, the last episode. I'm glad they're not like delaying inevitable conversations and like acting like previous conversations didn't happen, just that like Aaron and John, like Aaron's just like, we can't be together, and then like that's the end of it. Like then she's just like, well, but like maybe we could like still physically be together. Like she's trying to find a loophole that like she could actually like be expressive to John or have moments with John and like give the love that she has inside to him without like it being an I love you, we're in a relationship, and this is all going to go to shit. And I really think that like that's taught to her as like peacekeepers, is that like it interferes with everything. And like the fact that like that peacekeeper code is like still stuck in her, even though we know that like they might be on the right track to having soldiers, but to have actual like, I don't want to say human beings because she's not a human being, but like to actually have people be individuals, that's not what they want as peacekeepers. And that very much creates an individuality of having an expression of love for someone in particular. And I think Erin just is always going to struggle with her programming. And I hate that, but I also love it because there is always a chance that you could see her come out of it and really beat that peacekeeper code that is ingrained in her so much. Now, John obviously is just like, I don't like the whiplash. And he's like, I could take care of myself. I don't need you, girl. Like, I got these. I have 2 other options other than you. Anyway, my dad's watching this. Anyway, so John really wants to like jump on it and go for a ride and totally go into it. But he also knows that like, not that it's a trick, but it's kind of a trap, because as soon as he like leans into it, she's going to lean away from it. And she's not doing it on purpose. She's just protecting herself. And most of the time we don't realize that we're doing that. And then when we do realize that, we try to overcorrect, then it makes us overcorrect even more. And it's messy business. And, so John, like, obviously, like, he knows and you could see it. He just doesn't know how to navigate it. And he still like wants it. And he's hoping that like she'll come around to it. But I think it's going to take a lot more than just, like, here I am, to like kind of get him to lean more into the direction of agreeing to that. And he kind of did at the end. He's like, so that thing you were talking about, she's like, yeah, that's not a good idea. We shouldn't do that. And I was just like, okay. And I'm already tired of the whiplash. I can only take so much. And I think as a normal human being, you can only take so much of like, a will they, won't they, a whiplash of like, okay, we finally got what we wanted, but we didn't really get what we wanted at all. We got a taste of the thing that we really wanted, but then, you got like the flavor of like, like the most wonderful ramen you've ever had in your life, and then you scoop into it and there's shit on the bottom. So like, we didn't get what we wanted. We just got a smidgen of a taste and then a big old bowl of crap. Anyway, so I'm kind of like, I'm protecting myself now by backing away from the possibility of them being in a relationship. I'm protecting myself now from the idea that like they can't have a future anyways. Like the only way that they can is if they do not go back to Earth, and if John doesn't go back to Earth, because now he doesn't want to like lead anybody else to Earth and risk all the people that he loves there, but he wants to go home so he can just stay in space with her for forever. But then like, that might be scary for her, because then she's like, oh, you don't have anything else. Oh my God, it's just me. Oh my gosh, we're going to have to compromise so much on saving each other's lives. And it's going to interfere with, us doing our duty, blah, 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 so like, I don't know if it would ever work anyway. And especially like he can't go back to Earth with her because she's Sebastian and, she does not speak a human language. So unless we shoot everybody on the planet with microbes, that will translate, I don't know what the future is for these two. I would like for them to enjoy their time while they have it, but I don't know what that equals, quite frankly. Now, Jothi is on his way out after being branded by his father. Like, if that isn't abuse, I don't know what is. I don't care at that point what Chiana and Jothi did. Jothi did not deserve that. And Chiana does deserve being broken up with, for sure. Dargo needs to have his time to like mourn and be upset of this life that he imagined in his head that he didn't like really share with them. He just kind of expected them to go along with it, which I don't think was quite nice. And, Chiana was just like, there's no way I could have, talked to you about it. You would have talked me out of it, or you wouldn't have let it go, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, girl, then at that point, you really know he's not for you, because he doesn't care about you enough to like listen to your side and go, okay, well, I love you and I care about you. And, we both need to be happy. So we need to move on, rather than just be like, no, I'm going to badger you into like doing this life that, I want for us, not that you even want for yourself. So a lot of things could have just been answered by talking to each other and having a level head about it and just realizing that there's no future there. And just saying, Chiana just decided to just go nuclear and blow it up. The problem with that is there's consequences to blowing things up, right? There's a lot of damage that is done. And I don't know what Dargo and Chiana's relationship, even on the ship, looks like anymore. I wouldn't be mad if they're able to just like let it go, but Dargo seems like he's a very deep feeler, so I don't know how long it's going to take for him to get over this. I don't know if you ever really do get over it, and having a constant reminder of having Chiana there, not really great. Oh, okay. Zan, Stark, him saying like, yeah, I'm really accustomed to death. I'm not accustomed to your death. Whoa! Hit me with the feels. Like, I already love Stark anyways. That made it worse for me. That made it totally worse for me, because now, like, I know he's a caring individual. I know that he has a lot of heart there, but like the focus on one person is just like, like in the old cartoons, the Care Bear stare, how like they'd shoot like whatever their love is out of their little emblem that's on them. Like, that's what, like, I'm just like, oh, that's Stark, but like with his gold shiny face where he's just like, Care Bear stare, and I love you. I'm going to find a way to fix you. I'm going to find a way to get you healthy. I'm going to find a place where there's soil and there's water and there's humidity, and we're going to put you in the ground and we're going to make you a tree and then pluck your fruit. That got really weird. I didn't know where I was going with that, but she is a plant. So, but she's not doing well at all. And I think she needs attention sooner rather than later. Yeah. And then obviously I feel like Rigel is always last because he's kind of consistent. I did not like the way he was speaking to Chiana. I don't care what he saw. You don't speak to somebody that way, and it's not on you to be judgmental about those things. Is it being supportive of Dargo? Kinda, a little bit, but like he just could have handled that a little bit differently. So mad at him about that. Him like headbutting the chick that was like magnetized to the ceiling was quite amusing. And then him getting like yelled at by Aaron and John and him kind of like scooting away like an injured puppy. I mean, you got the full gamut of Rigel in the last episode, and I appreciate those every single time. So, and we got more emotion out of Pilot, which I'm here for, except for cackling while you're killing somebody. That is a much different Pilot than I am accustomed to. Nothing from Scorpy and nothing from Crace. So I'm expecting them to pop up anytime now, especially Scorpy, who ate a chunk of John's brain. And I want to know what's on the damn chip. I want Crace to know that Aaron's alive, so like he can share that information with her, which I'm sure it's lovely. I'm sure it's amazing. Maybe. It could also be like devastating to her and John that they find out they're related. I don't know. They're a different species, but they're compatible. Anyway, so guys, I'm excited to get into this episode. I have no idea what it holds. I don't even know the title of it. My dear husband has set this up for me, so I have no clue what's happening until I'm watching it. So, guys, let's go.
Why the hell's don't we just jettison this thing into furling space?
Oh, they still have one. Oh, they have a person in it. Yeah, I forgot they had two.
I mean, why don't we just open the last chamber and ask them where Earth is?
And then he'll die in the first 30 microns like this one did.
That's a very fair assessment.
Bad thing, Aaron. Who wants to live when your place in the universe is being suspended?
Dorothy and Chiana are just kids, Dargo.
I don't want to discuss it.
Yeah, he was talking about himself, though.
They were rebelling. They weren't trying to...
Rebelling? Rebelling is smoking some gala root. Rebelling is not sleeping with
That's very fair. Yeah, what's up with the force field around this thing?
If you want to talk.
I'm not ready.
Yeah, he's not. He's not. He needs time. That's okay.
Now that ship, I'd like to jettison.
What if there's some weapon aboard that we can use?
What if the next system we set off destroys us all?
We're already destroyed, Aaron. It's just that some of us don't know it yet.
Oh. Well, I'm glad we got Chipper Dargo this episode. Oh, Zan. That's like very Phantom of the Opera. That's kind of sexy right there in the shade. I know that's not the whole point of this. Oh, girl. Oh, baby, I'm sorry. Stark, you beautiful man. You beautiful, beautiful man.
Stark says that we gotta get her into the ground soon. How long?
Oh.
A planet meeting Zan's atmospheric requirements is less than an hour away.
Come on, let's go.
I simply thought you'd like to see this before it went away.
What?
What? Wormhole? Yeah.
Pilot, take readings. It's only theoretical, but look for a dimensional bend in the halo effect.
Oh, I love when John speaks like that. He's so sexy when he's smart. Which is a lot, and often.
Commander!
Pilot!
There's a ship approaching!
Oh, yeah, no. You gotta lead them away. You can't let them go through there.
These readings can't be. It's traveling too fast.
Where the hell is it?
Yeah. What's up there? Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, God. What was that? Oh, this is gonna be an amazing episode. I can feel it.
Earth is unprepared for the nightmares I've seen.
Yeah, they are.
Or should I stay and not show them that you exist?
Yeah, no, I think I
Then you'll never
I
know
vibe with that.
the wonders I've seen.
They don't need to know what you've seen. Self-Inflicted Wounds, Part 1! Coulda, woulda, shoulda. I didn't know it was a Part 1. Damn it. Damn it, Bobby.
Hey, part of Moya. What the hell, Aaron?
Wait, what do you mean that ain't part of Moya? It got in?
Some kind of collision, you okay?
Moya,
Hey.
hard to think.
We have extensive damage.
You think?
Alien penetration of our vessel.
No, you're in us.
Back off. It carries a weapon.
Get on the ground now!
Yeah, I know, I get it. Okay.
Moya's in agony! Someone answer!
Ruptures everywhere.
Oh, poor Moya. She goes through it every episode.
Anyone hear from Aaron?
What about me? No one asks about me.
We were just going to, I promise.
So many different tones, yet they communicate.
Oh.
Doesn't simply shooting them strike you as viable?
No. Did you see how many other little pods were in that little centipede?
Wait, while you have strength.
Ah!
No, stop, please, just wait.
My name is John Crichton. Can you understand me?
Ooh. Yes?
He speaks and I comprehend.
I love their makeup. They are beautiful.
I am Pathfinder Niala,
Pathfinder.
commanding research vessel Rados Lana.
I don't know what's
Ah!
wrong. I don't know what's happening to us.
All right, just calm down.
It's a ship and a ship. It's a problem.
But I feel...
Oh!
I had no idea that he could do that.
Pilot.
Anyone could do that.
colors, lights, this region of space. I cannot function under the bombardment.
Where are they in space?
Containment, nexus circuitry. This.
Buffer the leads.
This.
Dismantle?
Disconnect.
Disconnect. Oh, Pilot. Ugh.
We were regaining dimensionality
Oh, they're still starbursting. Oh my god!
to a massive burst of photonic distortion. Once
Wild.
the tantalum generator is repaired, we'll dose ourselves and hope your living ship doesn't interfere with non-thermal dimensional forces.
Do you understand any of those words?
Yeah, I watched all kinds of Star Trek. It's just the order of the grid.
You said you studied wormholes.
More trickery, Nyala. Of course.
Dude, you need to calm down.
Because if you're not going to take the translator microbes, you don't participate. Tell him that.
You have seen our research vessel, if we're to trust each other.
I'll take him around our ship. Come on.
So, keep it simple.
Okay.
How do we get the ships apart?
Yeah, how do we?
Wormholes always gravitate toward each other in segmented loops.
Wow, they have wormhole technology then.
So we'll activate your phase...
Phastilin.
generator, and then we'll separate.
We're not even sure how far into the turbulent zone this collision threw us.
Oh,
Say that
my.
We've ricocheted into the distorted region that divides a wormhole from normal space-time.
What?
So,
I mean,
yeah, what does that
we're
mean?
not even on the fairway? We're in the rough?
Yeah. Which means it's not a clear shot to the hole. I hate when things sound odd. Whoa, whoa, was that Earth? Was that Earth in the moon? It's... Ah! Ah! Sand. Did you just see Earth, girl? If I saw Earth from space, I would be, like, losing my mind. Oh, yuck. See, I hate it. Like, it's a wormhole, but that was like a centipede thing.
The serpent lies between.
Your ill hallucinations.
Yeah, maybe, but probably not.
My wonderful stag. So afraid to let go.
Yeah, I get it.
Whenever I assist the dying, I cannot help but absorb a tiny spillet of their existence. Over the cycles, the endless parade of death, I've accumulated a vast reservoir of evil.
I mean, balance. All that good that he does.
The one thing that mitigates this twisted core of my existence.
Oh my god. Well, I think it's a lot easier to forget about Aaron and John when you have that in front of you. Good grief. That was beautiful.
Look, we gotta wake Pilot up. He has to give a starburst when we hit this particular gap.
But can we do that while joined to another ship?
Aye, yeah.
How do we get the ship separated?
Save that for later. Colonel Clink, yo, inspection is over. Aaron, I need you to take
Colonel
Nyala's
Clink.
countdown. The rest of us are gonna seal the breaches before starburst. I have the auxiliary conduits.
But how do we know we can separate them?
Well, I'm gonna need someone up here with another pair of hands.
Gianna.
What can I do to help?
You gotta work together.
2 tiers down, 4 chambers of Moya's external pressure sensors. Yank them all.
I mean, what can I do about us?
You can't, and it's not the time.
Relationship does not exist.
Yeah, move on.
We could die. It exists for me.
If you did not want to marry me, you could have found some other way to tell me.
Yeah?
When I'm cornered, I don't think clearly.
Yeah, that doesn't excuse it, though.
At least now you're speaking the truth.
And now is not the time.
External pressure sensors?
Yank them all.
I'm kind of in the mood to be destructive.
Yeah, go for it then.
What did you do? I tried to close the valve, but it wouldn't turn.
Because it was already sealed.
You opened it, opened it, opened it!
Oh. Hello, kind sir or madam.
I'll bet 40 Mazot she gurgles and dies
She?
before she can tell you where Earth is.
Yeah, I don't think she knows.
Hey, Sleeping Beauty.
Oh.
Wake up and die.
Wake up and die. Harsh. Pretty eyes.
Who are you?
My name is John. Listen, we don't have much time.
Correct. Yours is up.
I don't know about that.
Don't touch
That is quite the outfit. Look at her.
Have you ever heard of Earth?
On Trinticomata, the Predorian fly transmits a rheumatoid disease called Bath.
Oh, very similar.
The animal speaks.
Oh.
What's your name?
Jelushko 29 Fenta Havalis.
What do they call you for
Yeah, I was like, can we shorten that?
My whole name.
Listen, Jewel.
There we go, Jewel. Yep.
What's the last thing you remember?
How long have I been in this chamber?
Manifest says 22 cycles.
Whoa, her screams can melt metal?
Prepare to starburst in 5 microns.
It is time.
Starburst!
Dilate us! Starburst now!
You die later, Starburst now. Jesus. Is it gonna work? Oh, that does not look like it worked. Not even a little bit. Oh my god. Poor Moya. Man, she goes through it for these people.
Pathfinder, help
Oh,
him,
more.
please. His leg. We need help.
Tell her to follow me. My lab is the only place I might heal him.
Where did they come from? There were more people?
Besides my people healthy, I need empirical information about our position in the wormhole. Despite the danger, would you help?
Fair. Okay. Pilot, you okay, baby?
Stopping Starburst midway through took everything out of him.
We need him to get the hangar doors open.
Right now, he can't even open his eyes.
Does this negate our plan?
No, it doesn't. I can open the doors from Pilot's console.
Yeah.
May we have a moment?
Oh.
Do you trust her?
If we don't do something, we're gonna die.
I'm worried you're a little too excited by all this.
It's wormholes. That's what Scorpius wants.
Scorpius is dead. That's what you
No,
want.
he's not.
Aaron, it could be a tool or a weapon.
Yeah.
Let's get there first.
Let's get there alive.
Both.
First.
Yeah.
Crichton, is Neola with you?
Yes.
Please tell her I couldn't save Cresto. I'm sorry.
Oh gosh.
I do appreciate the risk you take for us and our families.
Oh, that's very nice.
We shall return that effort in selfless kind.
I actually like this alien race.
Use this to record as much positional data inside the wormhole as you can.
Please don't let me learn something about them that I'm not gonna like. Whoa. Yeah, that's not hallucinating.
I know the hangar door configuration.
You're really close, Stark.
You're very pretty.
Oh. Is that evil coming out?
But I'm not Zan, right? It's all right, Stark. We're going to get her out of here, and we're going to put her in the soil she needs to heal.
Oh, he's mad at her. That was... Whew. I don't know really what that was, but I didn't like it.
The generator's leaking phasic rest and ions. Lethal, Cratago.
I know what they are, researcher.
Okay, so something is not going right on their end.
The knowledge this ship has amassed must be saved, even if we die in the process.
Whoa. It's all wormhole knowledge? I mean, like, they don't seem like they're like a species that would kill, so that's good.
I can't believe my cousins are dead.
They didn't suffer much.
Animal? How did they die?
We were at a surgical facility where you were all frozen. Crichton needed a brain.
Storm, on how he could rescue
Thank you, Chiana. Jesus.
2 parts. One of my cousins survived.
Yeah, for 30 microns. We don't know how the other one died, do we, Reg?
What is it you're not telling me?
Well, they're wearing a crisis hairdo, so you can either help, shut up, or go back to sleep.
Hairdo.
I won't be spoken to like that by some alley whore.
Oh, boy.
How could she know that about you? Did you know
Jerk.
she had a fiancé till she slept with his son?
They weren't engaged.
This creature sheds...
Good, because your Uncle Sam needs you.
Gross.
Farscape 1, y'all leave the light on for us.
You took Rigel with you? Oh, boy.
What's happening? It's your basic ass kicking wormhole. How you doing back there?
I love that for you, Rigel. Welcome to space.
Are we dead?
No?
Oh, no.
What? What are we seeing? What's on the other side?
Rigel, you know what this is?
No, what is it?
The Holy Grail.
The Holy Grail.
We are in the Eppin Zone, man.
Oh, it's like the Cone of Silence.
Can these things take us home?
In a heartbeat, if you know where you're going.
The little smile on his face. I mean, he's collecting the info that they need, so hopefully it's used for good.
Pilot has been unconscious for over an hour now.
Well, why didn't you stop me earlier?
Well, somehow I have a feeling this isn't about him anymore.
I'm sorry. I'm angry with myself because I can almost forgive her.
Oh.
Why don't you?
You can forgive her. That doesn't mean you have to be with her.
How can I trust Gianna with my heart? Can you trust Crichton again?
He trusts these aliens.
We know nothing about them.
I think wormholes blind him.
Well,
Yeah.
at least he has a hobby.
Help me keep an eye on it.
Oh my god! What the fuck is that?
Zan told Stark she saw a serpent. She said that it was an omen for her.
Did it look like that was aiming for Zan?
Nope. Okay, so what does that mean? What is this thing?
Wormhole. Normal space. Oh, what are we doing here?
Each time we lap them, it calibrates their position in the slower wall of the wormhole.
Oh.
Engrossing? Who cares?
He
It's
does.
only collecting images, none of which mean anything.
To you.
Well, you gotta know how deep the doo-doo is, Raj, if you're gonna dig your way out.
Next gap is the big one, right? Why don't we just escape?
Does it ever bother you being selfish?
Yeah, seriously.
What about our friends?
What friends? We were thrown together against our will, and we're all just trying to make the best of it until we can screw the others and get what we want.
No, you. God, you're awful. Fucking Rigel.
Soon you must deploy the docking web.
You are merciful with him.
I am but a servant. This you will learn.
I could never replace you.
It's not.
Stark, you must. For me,
Is that what we're hoping Stark will do?
you must remain here and minister these souls.
But I love you.
If I did not feel the same and more, could I ask this sacrifice of you?
Zan, I need you to meet me in command.
Wow. How did it get so damn romantic between those two?
Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa! Get your hands off those controls.
You have no right to make decisions for me.
Oh my god.
We're going back.
Damn it. You little worm. Is it gonna close up before you can get through?
You break my nose.
You ain't got a nose, Guido. You got slits.
Yep.
I swear you've attacked me for the last time.
You brought it on yourself, Rugrat.
Yep.
The serpent is harmless.
Less than convincing. Try again.
I
Yeah.
never imagined that you would encounter this beast. Otherwise, I would have issued warning. You must believe me.
I don't know if I do.
Look at what you've done to our ship.
What I have done.
Yeah, test her. Test her.
Kill me, if you will. See how you fare on your own.
Do you feel better?
Oop.
Would you shut up? What happened? Something really weird, and then I tried to shoot when. Shut up!
Yeah. You're all talk, girl. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, Jewel, you need to stop screaming, girl. Like, I get it. It's scary, but, like, you were trying to be Barney Badass when you first came out of your capsule. Yeah. Shut up. Look at all these ladies handling this shit.
Junctions are frying everywhere. Pilot can't stop it.
Tell that four-armed, whiny little sleazer to get his dread together.
It's not him. The stresses on Moira are frying junctions everywhere. She's dying, Dargo.
Yeah.
The wormhole is killing her.
Stop thinking that it's Pilot. Good grief. Pilot's doing everything he can.
It's amazing the number of species picked up by Nealis Gizmo.
All in that one time?
Thousands of cultures spread out across the galaxy.
I resent you calling me here at a whim.
That's the way it works, Harvey. You don't.
Sorry, jeans and a flannel is getting me. Oh, God, that's hot.
You think Scorpy's still alive?
Oh, yeah. If he's still in your head, he's still alive.
What's he doing with the information he stole from my brain? If he masters wormhole technology, what will he use it for?
Faster delivery of pizzas.
Niala thinks it's possible we can separate the ships, but only one will survive. We have to pick which one.
Well, obviously Moya. Okay. I love
Did
this.
you call me here to talk you out of your guilt?
Yeah, maybe.
I sit here inside your feeble brain, listen to the arguments bounce off the hollow spaces. How could you not use science above a beast of burden? You disgust me, John.
Wow. That's exactly why John is because he would never do that.
I long for the dumpster.
Did you just say he longs for the dumpster? Jesus.
Pilot Moya to die, John. Take the wormhole knowledge that's fallen in your lap and call it a day.
Nope, don't do it, John. You care about these people. You're gonna do the right thing. You might think about doing the other thing, but you won't act on it.
So, we separate. What then?
One vessel slides into the wormhole core. The other tumbles uncontrolled through the wormhole wall into normal space, to be atomized by differentials in speed and density.
It is still not a choice.
Yeah.
Moira and Pilot are living beings.
Yeah.
They must be afforded every opportunity.
Absolutely.
Forgive me, Pathfinder Niala, but I do not count you as unbiased.
Like you are. You know what you and Pilot have in common besides big eyes? You're both dying, and now you want to take us with you.
Yeah, thank you, John.
Pilot is unconscious. Moya's nexus system is so backed up the Roto-Rooter man couldn't get
I know
it.
the litany, John. How desperate you must be for this wormhole knowledge.
Yeah.
Unfair.
Is
you
it?
place your obsession above the lives of your friends.
What?
What have these strangers done to so earn your trust?
We must check for backup systems. I need to know that Pilot and Moira are truly beyond hope. Let's go.
I can't believe John is like really leaning towards wormhole tech. I get it. But like, that's so not John.
You want to know what really happened to your Gus? What Crichton won't tell you?
Rigel, you snake!
I love Pilot and I love Moya, but I don't want to die here.
There's nothing wrong with a decision of the heart, child.
Yeah, it's okay to feel that way.
Use your mind to satisfy your soul that it is correct.
We don't deserve Zan. We really don't. But how self-aware she is that she knows that she should feel bad about that choice. Oh, hey. No, ma'am. Excuse me, Jewel. Don't you dare.
What the hell are you doing? And what happened to your hair? It's red.
Yeah, why is it red? I didn't notice it either. Whoa, good thing you're not a good shot.
You butchered my cousin's brain so you could steal a wallet of his neural fluid. A member of the intellectual elite. 16 advanced degrees.
Oh.
Traded for the likes of you.
Perfect brain to take as far as I'm concerned. Why is your hair red
Cut it
now?
out, lady.
If we're to perish, then at least you'll die first.
Oh, I forgot about this ship. Thank you, Dargo.
Did you see what happened when she fired at the ship?
Actually, no. I was looking at the pulse rifle.
Can we, like, make that expand to protect Moya?
There's a small gap in the force field, which, unsurprisingly, is the key to its access. Now, John, we're trapped in this barn of a wormhole. Pilot's unconscious, Moira is dying, and my son has slept with my betrothed. Lock this woman up.
Yeah, now her hair's normal again. When she gets mad, does it turn red? Like, instead of, like, my face when I get upset? And, like, I typically start crying when I get really angry, but, like, does her hair turn red?
I do not enjoy sending you to your death, but options are depleted.
Jeez.
I want to live.
More important, do you want your family to live? You know what happens to ours should this ship fail to return.
Oh, she's willing to sacrifice her, but the opposite of Zan not willing to sacrifice Moya or Pilot.
These creatures, I will distract them. They must not know your true mission.
It's so funny how trusting I was because she seemed nice. My bad. Pretty aliens are probably the more evil ones.
I checked this panel and it was fine. But before I had a chance to close it, it shorted out. There are dozens more just like this on this tier.
Damn it.
There's no way we can repair all the damage.
Let us not forsake our friends until we are undeniably clear that
Episode 3 of Season 3, we're not letting go of Moya, but I don't know what we do to, like, help her and separate these ships.
Well, that settles it then. We will go with Niala.
I don't think so, but... Poor Moya. I mean, that other ship that's in the cargo hold is definitely the answer to this problem.
I cannot take you back, Gianna,
Good.
but I won't leave you alone in pain.
Oh, that's a big old heart of Dargo that I love. Tape over top of her mouth. I love that for us.
Pilot, you should see all these cultures that you can touch with one wormhole. Man, I wish you were going with us.
Me too. Not that I think they're going anywhere without Moya or Pilot. What do you think of John? What do you think of John? Oh my god, the Three Stooges, really? What do you think of John? Ah! Oh, I hate it. Oh, I hate it. Ugh, feetsies, leggies, kickies. Of course, it should be continued. Of course it's a... Self-Inflicted Wounds, Part 1! Coulda, woulda, shoulda. I didn't know it was a Part 1. Damn it! I could just scream. I did. I tried to conceal it because I don't want to scare the dog, but like... Oh, man. What's hilarious is now that I'm looking at the screen while it's paused, it just says Season 3, Episode 3, Self-Inflicted Wounds, Coulda, Woulda, Shoulda. It does not say Part 1, so it wouldn't even have told me. My husband couldn't have been like, you're going to want to sit down for a couple hours today. Dirty move. Dirty move, Rockney O'Bannon. I don't even know if that's how you say her name, but dirty. Okay, so Jewel, I don't know why we have her on the ship right now, and I don't know what she's going to do about her cousin's brain being in John's brain. The fact that he had 16 advanced degrees seems like the perfect brain to actually take if you're going to. I mean, you know, if you're going to need some fluid to make the old thinker work, seems like a good person to take it from. Ooh. The fact that, like, there are genetic closeness to each other, not exact by any means, but I was just like, what is this outfit? What is this hair? What is this happening right here? Look, I am but a human myself, and I was just like, aliens would totally end up getting me because I would just be like, you're so pretty. And they'd be like, you know, take my useless brain, but maybe they drink it. I don't know. They're definitely not going to use it to enhance their own intelligence. I'm not trying to put myself down, but I know where I stand in the world and the universe, and it's not very high on the totem pole. Anyway, okay. Pathfinder. That, to me, means that, like, this is the person that's trying to find their way home, and that's probably what their true mission is, kind of like with John, but in reverse. And so they're very hell-bent on sacrificing some of their own to make sure that they get this technology back home so then they can use it. They don't seem like they're being nefarious about the technology itself. Just, I mean, the little snaky centipede thing, I don't jive with that shit. Little creepy crawlies, especially centipedes. If you've ever seen one of those in real life, I don't care what you're doing. You set the house on fire and you run. Those things are just, I'm sure they do something good in this world. Like maybe they eat other bugs, but like, thank God they're small and not like that. That was like Matrixy vibes to me. Like it was like very much like the Sentinels. Creeposaurus Rex. Okay. I'm all over the place. I feel like I need to stick to a character and talk about it. Let's start with Dargo. He's going through it and he's allowed to feel his feelings. Gianna's allowed to feel her feelings, but she can't expect forgiveness. And when Aaron is talking to Dargo, and thankfully Dargo's willing to talk to Aaron, she's just like, why can't you forgive her? And he's just like, because I'm so close to forgiving her. Like, I don't think that they need to be together. And when he says, like, we are not going to be together, but I'm not going to make you suffer alone, I think that that is a very kind, compassionate thing to do that, like, is not owed to her, but shows Dargo and who he truly is in his character. And I think her trying to do whatever she can to discuss it with him and talk with him about it and let him know where it came from and that it wasn't anything that he necessarily did wrong. It's like it's a piece of her and it's a part of her that, you know, is scary for her to access. And again, there's no excuse for sleeping with somebody's son. And I don't think that you have a strong foundation to build on after something like that happens. But like her being like self-aware enough to like know like why she did it and him saying like, well, you could have handled it better, I think are two very correct statements, you know, for her to admit to her faults and be self-aware enough to say it out loud to the person that she needs to say it out loud to. Would have been great before you slept with the boy, man. And, you know, I like that Aaron even was just like, they're teenagers, like, but I don't think that that's an excuse. Like, being a teenager is where you get to make your mistakes and learn from them, but that doesn't mean that you get to be forgiven. That doesn't mean that you get to go back to the way things were. You still have to suffer the consequences of your actions, but you have a long time to take those mistakes, learn from them, and move on and become a better person and make better decisions and be more aware of like what you're doing and stop it before you're ready for it, or realize that there's a risk of getting hurt or there's a risk of being afraid. There's things that like I want to say no to all the time, and I make myself say yes because it gives me anxiety or I'm afraid of it, so I have to do it. That's just the way it goes, because you never learn and you never grow if you never decide to change. Okay. And like Dargo, like, you know, coming to her and seeing that she's in pain and him saying like, I don't want you to suffer alone. Like, she loves Moya, she loves Pilot, but she also like doesn't want to die, and she doesn't want to die in the ship, and she doesn't want to sacrifice herself because they are dying. And she has a hard time like reckoning with that because it seems like a very selfish thing. I think it's self-preservation, not like Rigel, where he is very selfish and he just gets afraid. So he just hides behind his fear as self-preservation when he's just afraid to risk and to like, you know, put his money on the people that care about him. And you know, John breaking his nose is incredibly satisfying, or rather his slits. But like, it's incredibly satisfying, but like he is awful a lot of the times. And then he has that moment where she's just like, I know the heart that's inside of you, Hynerian. Like, he always calls her like, you know, you blue bitch and all this. And again, I hate the way that he speaks to women in general. I don't care if you're a Domnar. I don't care how high up in royalty you are. I don't care like how you were brought up. That's an awful way to speak to somebody. It just really is. So don't. It's just, I get tired of his selfishness and then those moments of like heart. It's not enough for me to be like, I'd sacrifice everything for Rigel, because I wouldn't. But I would do my damnedest to save Pilot and Moya and everybody else. I would do my damnedest to save Rigel, but like, damn, dude, return the effing favor. God. And then of course Stark, my God, that man loves that woman so much. And when he's talking about the darkness that's inside of him from everything that he's experienced, yeah, there are no high highs without low lows. And it's a way to balance, I think, inside of him. But like, you have to reckon with the darkness. I have intrusive thoughts all the time that I'm just like, I cannot believe that just popped into my mind. Like, go away. You did not think that thing. And, you know, like sometimes that darkness comes up and it wells up inside of people. And, you know, he's got to deal with it in a very stronger, like much different way. But then like, admitting that he like loves Zan and her not saying it directly back, but saying like, could I do this if I didn't feel the same? I think that he's very direct because he's so afraid that he's losing her. And she's still holding on to hope that she'll get to maybe say this one thing and like be positive and my God, we don't deserve her. Like her embracing Chiana and like caring for her, caring for Rigel, caring for Pilot, caring for Stark. All of these people, when she's dying, just saying, I really did not like her story arc and her character arc in the first season. and even maybe going into the second season a little bit, but then they started using her character a little bit differently, and I really appreciated it, and I'm loving her character. Now, I don't like the fact that her dying is what's bringing all of it out, but I think there's more of a main focus on her because of that, and it gives her a time to shine doing the things that she does best, which is caring for other individuals, which is being a healer, which is embracing them, and not unlike Stark, but like helping them pass, like if Pilot and Moya are going to die, she wants to help them through that. And I love that about her. My God. Stark is he has those high highs, those low lows. And I always think that the love story that everyone's talking about in this show is Aaron and John. And I'm fully convinced in the past 3 episodes right now that there's this other love story. If this is not the love story that we're talking about between Zan and Stark, what's the point? What's the point? Oh my God. It's so beautiful and it's so open and it's so soft and loving. But then when he has that moment with Aaron where he's like so close to her and he's like, "You're very pretty." And she's like, "I'm not Zan." And, like you can see like the darkness in him. And I don't really know what that moment meant other than like, he's kind of like, if it weren't for you, she'd be completely fine. Zan made a choice. It's not Aaron's fault. And Aaron she keeps cool under pressure. And I think that like when at my opening commentary, when I'm talking about like, her peacekeeper training and all that. That's the part of the peacekeeper training that I love the most, is that she doesn't get overly irrational about things. Like when the Pathfinder, what's-her-face, was like going off about like, humans and like just was kind of like saying bad shit and talking shit. And Aaron's just like, "Are you done? Can we talk about the serpent?" Like it wasn't even like an attitude. It was more like, "I hope you feel better. Glad you got that off your chest. Can we stick to the thing that we were talking about? Like, why did you exorcise a demon there? Do you feel better?" And to where I'd be like, "Oh, and now do you feel better?" Like I would have so much attitude behind it. And Erin just never has that. She like will listen to somebody and she'll just be like, moving on, and it's I really appreciate that about her. She kind of stays cool with Dargo. With John, I mean, obviously she has a lot more harder feelings there, like heavier feelings. And when he says, "Are you all right?" and she's like, "No," I'm like, this is not, it's kind of like Gianna being like, "Hey, you want to talk?" as Moya's like blowing up around them. And, Aaron's like, "No, I'm not okay." And John's like, "I got shit to do." His little conversation that he has with Harvey, first of all, like I was like, all of a sudden he's in like jeans and like a flannel. And I was like, it's such a good look. It's such an all-American look, is it not? Especially sitting on a sports car. I loved it, like the dumpster opening and closing and Scorpy being like, or Harvey being like, "I prefer the dumpster, like let me back in there." Him like saying like that he's disappointed in John for not thinking logically and not going with the science and rather going with his feelings and like caring about the crew rather than chasing the wormhole technology, I still think is like a Scorpius manipulation, but that's also very much a Scorpius way of thinking. And like John needs to like not really go with that feeling, but he needs to weigh the options. He needs to like think like, well, is what Harvey's saying might have some truth behind it, but can I live with that? And then him looking through all the information that was taken and seeing the Three Stooges, like of all things for him to go, Earth, why not? Why not? I'm trying to think of like, because they might be so far out into space that they're just now receiving that. And like, what was that? Like the 40s, 50s, 60s? Like when was the Three Stooges a big thing? God, that could have been the 80s for all I know. I feel like I watched reruns of the Three Stooges in the 80s. There was like a video game, I think, too. Was it on Atari? I just remember like throwing pies across a room. I think it was the Three Stooges. I don't know. But, you know, it might be such a like a old transmission that like that's what was able to be picked up. So like that for me worries me that they're so far out, that they're so far away, that like time is either greatly past or maybe they traveled back into time. I don't know. Like through a wormhole, if you're aiming it directly at Earth, That's what you picked up. So either it is an old signal that they picked up through space, it is a new signal that they picked up because they went back in time through space, or somebody's watching a rerun on the space station and it's just the closest one that they could get. I feel like if I'm in a space station floating above the Earth, like I'm not watching the Three Stooges. You give me some Ted Lasso. Anything that does not involve aliens and actual space while being in space. I don't need those type of nightmares. So I'm like trying to think logically how they got the Three Stooges, but it was enough for John to go, that's Earth. And maybe that's all it is. I don't know, but I'm trying to like think of like a deeper meaning as to like what that actual picture could mean. Sometimes I have this where I get fixated on something and it has nothing to do with the show whatsoever. So let's see. Who have we talked about? Rigel and his selfish ass. Dargo being emotionally open. Love that for us. Chiana sharing a truth. Love that for us as well. Zan just having her moments to shine. It is unbelievably beautiful and I love it. Stark being so caring and loving and harsh towards Aaron, but I love how they're expanding on his character so much. Let's see, we got John. We got a lot of John. John and Harvey, John and Aaron, John and Jules. What's up with her hair changing color? Like I said, is it because she got angry? Like when she feels her feelings, she flushes her hair. It looked great. She is foxy as fuck. The other race, I don't really know what their end game is, but like we don't know what their mission truly is other than to get that information back to where it needs to go, which I think they have shared with our crew. And I don't know how we're separating the ships and surviving. I don't know how Moya survives. I don't know how Pilot survives, but it is season 3, episode 3. Nothing is happening to my girl. And I don't know how many parts are in this. Oh God, I hope it's not another 3-parter. Because I hate the Oreo. I hate the creamy filling of a 3-parter. And that middle part, it is just, nothing happens. Nothing happens. I mean, a lot happens, but nothing gets resolved. So it's just further edging, and I hate it. But guys, if you want to watch a full-length reaction to this episode, it will be available on my Patreon and up to 1 episode early. But in the meantime, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Hello! What do we think of Jules? I don't know if she's around for a while. I know there's somebody else that is in the poster for the show, and I don't know if this is our introduction to a new crewmate. That would be interesting, considering part of her cousin is in John's brain. She could just call him Cuz. They related. Can't get interested in somebody you're sort of kind of related to by transplant, right? Okay. I will say, I don't know what the race of these aliens are. I mean, they probably said it, but like it didn't click up here. I just keep thinking Pathfinder. I don't know if they're Pathfinders. But I really like their makeup. But my one nitpick is their hands are completely human looking. I noticed that when she like did something and I was like, there is no makeup on her hands. Maybe there was makeup on the one that like touched like the little thing. But like, I don't know, maybe if it was just a continuity error, but I was just like, there was no makeup on her fingers. It was very human looking. But I love like the opalescence that like their skin has. It's kind of fish-like, but in like their gills and like their big lips, but they're very pretty. And like that's the type of alien that would like confuse me enough to be so disarmed because like I feel like I'm safe with them that they would be like snake. So I thoroughly dig it. What did you guys think of that? What do you think of our other love story of Zan and Stark? Don't tell me anything about the future, but like, it's very sweet, is it not? Ugh. But it's also like, I know with Stark behind it, like it has that darkness, so I'm just like a little worried at the same time. And then like, obviously the scene with John and Harvey, like, it's dope. And like, you know, Harvey just being like, obviously Scorpius is still alive. Like, without a doubt, he is alive. But is also like, kind of like, doing this to John about like, how dare you not go with the science? I prefer the dumpster. Let me out of here. I enjoy those interactions. I wish he wasn't still up here, but the fact that it is just a memory and it's not the chip anymore, I fear that John could learn from it a little bit. Not too much. I don't want John to change being John, but this whole experience is going to change John. So guys, I am excited to see the next episode. I don't know if I told you to like, subscribe, and leave a comment, but if I didn't, do it. If I did, do it again. Anyway, come back here for the next episode. It's a part 2, and it better not go into a part 3 or I quit. That's not true. I'll be back. Anyway, love you guys. Bye.